I often wonder, we all live these lives that feel so busy and so rushed and always attempting to get somewhere and achieve something and dream something and do something and be somewhere and go somewhere. It goes on and on and on. And sure, these things give us some sense of meaning and purpose, not to be denied, but is this really what we believe that we were born into this existence to do? That we were born inherently unworthy, having to prove our very existence by achieving some sort of outward success or looking a certain way or having a certain thing? Is this really what we believe life is all about? Proving ourselves, achieving things, becoming things, suffering, experiencing some joy, some happy moments, retiring, being in this place of nothingness that we all look forward to, but secretly fear, and then dying. I think all of us, at times, I would even go so far to say more than I think, but all of us at times will experience that, questioning the very meaning of life itself. Is this really what life is about? It's such a gift, it's so precious and so temporary, yet we feel like we're bound by our dollar. We have to continually make money and earn things and become things and justify our existence to other people, do what other people want us and expect us to do. And they're not even in our experience to know what's really happening within our heart. And then we take those beliefs and put them on other people. We project those same beliefs onto other people. These fears and needing to become and prove. Even just talking about it feels exhausting. And I don't think any of us can truly believe that that's what life is all about when we really sit with it. And why is it that we fear being in nothingness, doing nothing, not achieving anything, being totally ordinary? There's a huge fear there that we see in those moments of stillness. Fear of maybe seeing through that the way we're living our lives isn't true, doesn't feel true in the truth of our being, in the deepest aspect of self. Yet there seems to be an unwillingness to let that go, to let go of all those beliefs that we've held on to that we need to become and achieve and prove. So what is this life all about? And why are we so scared to find out, to really be with ourselves? The doing, so much of our doing comes from our mind, of what we're thinking we should do. We just obey the thoughts that pass through our mind without really taking it down into the heart. So many of our thoughts aren't our thoughts. They've been thoughts that have been bred down to us, what we've picked up from those around us. Thoughts of what we should be or could be, should do, could do. Not what feels true here in the heart. To really get here, we have to pause, step back. So many of us say that we've lost ourselves or we need to find ourselves. But really, we don't find anything. We just unmask what was already there. In those moments of pause, we see all the conditioning that's been playing out in the mind, and we can slowly start to let it go. But that's not what's ultimately true. That's not what life is all about. We can see a deeper truth of our existence and allow what wants to happen through us to happen through us. We don't need to be the way that other people in society expects us to be. There's a greater joy we see and we experience when we come from the heart. We think that the joy is going to come in the achieving and the accomplishing. But we even see by watching celebrities that are at the top of their game, and yet there's so much suffering that's apparent in them. It's not through the achieving. It's not through the doing and everything that happens through the mind. It's when we're living from our own hearts. We're living from a deeper truth within us and allowing what wants to be expressed uniquely through us to be expressed. Because there never will be another being just like us. In a way, we're totally ordinary in our journey here as human beings, and in another way, we're extraordinary. We're a one-of-a-kind divine expression that will never happen again. So to really allow that expression to come into its fullness gives us great joy. And to allow the expression to come into its fullness, we need those moments of stillness so we can really get in touch with our heart, to move from living from the mind to living from the heart, and honoring what feels true for us, not because it's any better or more right than anyone else's way of being. We see that's not true either. All ways of being have equal validity in the deepest truth. On a relative level, they may be living from a more unconscious place or reacting more out of fear, but their beingness is still there. Their unique expression is itself as it is. But as we move more and more into the heart and live from the heart, there's a great joy in our being. It's just allowing what wants to happen through us. It's more of a surrendered state where we're not reacting out of the mind of what the ego thinks it needs to be happy. Because when we live from the heart, it doesn't really need anything to be happy, because it's the joy of just the expression that comes through itself is the happiness, is the joy, is the beauty and the love. Just being ourselves authentically, not who we're trying to be or think we should be, or the image we're trying to portray or think is perfect in the eyes of the world, but who we really are, what really brings us joy, how we really want to express ourselves. Yeah, when we get in touch with that, all of these egoic tendencies or desires begin to fall away, because there's a much deeper joy that's experienced when we're true to who we are and when we're surrendered to what wants to happen through us. There's that peace that Jesus said surpasses all understanding, available to us just when we allow ourselves to be ourselves, our true selves. May you too live from that place. Thank you.